Hello students, in today's class we will start chapter 3 and the topic is Pandas. Pandas is a module written in a Python programming language for data manipulation and analysis. Okay. Panda is an open source Python library which makes data analysis and manipulation easy and effective. Actually, the word pandas come from panel data system. The short form of panel data system is panda. Okay, so what is panda? It is a data structure. Data structure means to store data in a perfect structure so that it can be retrieved, manipulate, analyze effectively. So this is called data structure. In pandas there are three kinds of objects. Number one, series, which is a one-dimensional homogeneous set of values, data. Data frame is two-dimensional heterogeneous set of information in which one column can contain integers, other can contain text or string, like that. This is called heterogeneous set of data. And the third pandas object is panel, which is a 3D data structure. In your syllabus you only need to study about series and data frames. So let's going into the detail of these data structure one by one. Number one is series. A series is a one-dimensional labeled homogeneous set of one-dimensional data. You have already studied one-dimensional data structure like list and NumPy array. We have already discussed the difference between list and NumPy array. Both have one-dimensional structure. However, we can also store data in two-dimensional in NumPy. Both have one thing common, is that the elements of list and NumPy are labeled or accessed using the index 0, 1, 2 or negative index -1, -2, -3. And series is also one-dimensional data structure. Then what is the difference between series and these two data objects? The main object is in the case of index. You can provide a list of index by yourself. Even the index can be text or string, you can say. So let's come on to the definition of series. Series is a one-dimensional labeled homogeneous set. So labeled means you can change this default index system. One-dimensional data. A series has two components. unlike list and numpy, which have only one set of value and index are automatically assigned by the Python. What are the two components? Number one, sequence of value means data, and sequence of index, which make it different from list and numpy, one-dimensional array in numpy. Index can be integer, string, or text, as I already told you. Let's take an example of series. Number one, if we omit the index argument and provide only the data to the series, then it will automatically index these data through default indexing system 0, 1, 2 and so on. Secondly, data is provided and index is also provided. You can see that index in this time is a text value. So this is how sequence is different from list and numpy. Okay, I think you understand the difference between list and series. Now the important thing about series is that series data is mutable. I am very sure that you understand the meaning of mutable and immutable. Mutable means you can change the data at the very place without creating the new whole object. You can change the data individually. This is called mutable data structure. So series data is mutable, but its size is immutable, which means you cannot change the size of the series if once created. For example, if I created these series with these data, I cannot add or remove the data from the series. However, I can change the value of the data series. So let's move to the next topic, and our next topic is creating series. There are several ways by which we can create series in Python. The one way is to create an empty series. So how to create an empty series? It is very easy. First of all, import pandas as pd. This is the series object s1 is equal to pd dot series. So this is the method which is used to create series. As we have not provided any argument in the function, so it will create an empty series. Let's print it. Print s1. You will get output like that, empty series, and d type float 64. It means the data type of the data is float. Next, series with index. This time we will create a series with defined our own indexes. Import pandas as pd. s2 is equal to pd dot series. The first argument is the data in the form of a list, comma. The second argument is the indexes defined by us. Index is equal to again a list 6, 7, 8. And as soon as you print the series s2, you will see the output that indexes are defined as 6, 7, 8. This facility is not available in numpy and list. This is our actual data. D type is equal to integer. So I think these two methods are clear to you. Next, move to the third way of creating list. And this is, we are going to index our data through character, text or string index, which is quite interesting. Import pandas as pd. S3 is equal to pd.series. The first argument is data and the second argument is index. Now note that indexes are given as string values. So this is a very interesting thing about series. Let's print S3. You will see that indexes are string values. Okay. The fourth thing is creating series with constant value. Import pandas as pd. S4 is equal to pd.series 50. Here we provide only the single value as data object, and indexes are given 1, 2, 3. 3 indexes are given. So a series will be created having 3 elements with index A, B, C, but same value 50, as we provide only one value over here in place of list of values. So let's print this as 4. You will get A, B, C index and 50, 50, 50 value, because only a single value is given over here. So you can create a series with a single value also having multiple elements. Let's move to the next topic, which is creating series with a dictionary. You know what is a dictionary? A dictionary is a key value pair. For example, let's take a dictionary is always enclosed with curly brackets. Here Jan, January is a key and 31 is value. February is key, 28 is the value. March is the key and 31 is the value. So this is a dictionary. One thing you should note while creating a series using dictionary is that we do not require declaring an index as a separate list, because keys will be treated as the index. It means whenever I create a series using a dictionary, I don't need to provide indexes separately. The keys from the dictionary will automatically be treated as the indexes for the series. So let's make a series with dictionary. Import pandas as pd. S5 is equal to pd.series. You can give any name over here. pd.series. A dictionary is passed to the series method to create a series. Here all the keys will automatically treated as index of the series, so we don't have to create values and index pair. Let's print S5. You will notice that all the keys becomes the index of the series and all the values are treated as data of the series. Okay, so I think it is clear to you. Now let's take a look on different properties or attributes of a series. Import pandas as pd. S6 pd.series range 1, 15, 3. This is how I gave the data for the series, and index is equal to an iteration is going over here to decide the index. Okay, let's make it clear. Range function is used to create a value from 1 to 1 less than this stop limit, and escape is given over here. So it will create this function we have used over here to make a list of data. So what are the values created by this method? 1, and then escape of 3 means 4, escape of 3 7, skip of 3 10, skip of 3 13, and skip of 3 will make it 16, which is more than this stop range, so this data point will not included in the list. So we can provide the data like this 1 4 7 10 13, or we can use the range function to produce this list. Similarly, the index value can be provided as a list or can be iterated through like this: x for x in a b c d e. First time a is retrieved and stored in x, so the first element of index list become a, second b, third c, fourth d, and fifth e. So this iteration will produce a list like that. We have passed these two arguments to the series function, so it will create a series of data and index. Okay, so let's understand some attributes of series. Number 1, S6 dot index. You can easily determine the output of this. All indexes of the series will be printed. So check over here the output A, B, C, D, E. Next is S dot values. It means it will print all the data values of the series. Let's check the output of this. Series dot size. Size means total elements in the list. So this is 5. S6 dot n bytes means total number of bytes consumed by the series. You can find the total number of bytes consumed by the series by multiplying the number of element in the series to the size of one element. As our data are in integer form, they will use 8 bytes to store themselves. So length of the series into size of one data element. 8 5 40 bytes. So the answer of this is 40. And property represent that what is the dimension of the series. So it is one dimensional, so you always get 1 as the answer of it. S6 dot item size. Item size means bytes required to store one element of the series. So it will print 8. Print S6 dot shape. You know, shape is represented as a tuple, rows and columns, but as series is only a one-dimensional structure, so the format to provide the shape is like that. So how many elements are there in the series? 1 2 3 4 5. So the answer of this S6 dot shape is 5, comma, and second dimension will be leave blank because it is a one dimensional array and it is a tuple, so you have to enclose this in brackets.